Hey y'all, welcome back for another video. And if this is your first time on this channel, welcome. Take a seat because this is gonna be a good one. We're just gonna get right into it, but first I do want to say, like, I'm giving you these tips based off of experience. I'm not no psychologist or philosopher or whatever. This is just stuff that I've learned along the way. I've been done super dirty by people who I really thought were my friend. So trust when I tell you, I know how to recognize the toxic signs, the toxic behavior in people and in friendships. And also just know, people are volatile, people can change. Someone who may be a good friend to you for a certain amount of time can one day become the type of friend that you're like, I can't have this energy in my life. Now that that is all said, let's just jump right into it. So how to recognize toxic friendships. Number one, they see you as competition. Oh, I love this one. Like, you have no idea how long I've been wanting to do a video like this. Oh, anyway, instead of being happy for your W's, your wins, they'll just try to one up you. So I'm trying to think of an example when I had this happen to me. Oh, I remember I had like taken some really nice pictures and I was like, oh wow, these pictures came out so nice, blah blah blah. And this girl was like, oh my god, but did you see the pictures they were taking of me? Like, didn't even acknowledge anything I said, just went straight to talking about herself. That one up you stuff. Or like the other day I was talking to a friend, right, and I was telling them like something cool that was going on like with my music journey, and their response was, oh yeah, when I was a child I was about to be an actor. And then they start talking about, and I'm telling you, this person has not talked about wanting to be an actor like at all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna pursue my acting career. And they start sending me stuff about acting, and I'm just like, all of a sudden, like, this is your dream, this is your passion. Like, when I tell you, it was so out of left field. Like, it's different if someone gets inspired by you and they're like, hey, I think I'm gonna try this. Like, no. This was straight up like, oh yeah, well, I was about to do this when I was younger, so yeah, I'm doing this too. Like, okay. Like, sure. Another sign that someone sees you as competition is they compare themselves to you. And you're gonna see this a lot, like in a lot of different ways. Like, sometimes they'll just throw little jabs, like make little comments. Like, a lot of times it'll be like body image comments, like I don't know, like, oh, your lips are too big, or oh, your lips are, or your nose is too small. Like, too small compared to who? My lips too big compared to who? And I'm not saying that I have big lips, I'm just saying in general, like, that might be something people say. And it's like, who is it that you're comparing it to, the beauty standard or you? Because 9 times out of 10 that person is trying to shine a light on the things that you might not have or are imperfect, because they feel like they want to be better than you in that aspect. For whatever reason, that person believes that you have something that they don't, so they try to shine a light on the things that they think you don't have that they have. And they don't even realize that when they're doing this, they're really snitching on themselves. Like, they lack the emotional maturity and awareness to realize that everybody in the room but them can see that they're insecure. Like, they really think they ate with that comment, and in reality everyone can see that this person is just straight up insecure. Another one is like when they copy things you do and then they take credit for it. Like, you know how many times people have like copied things I've done, like hairstyles, things that I would wear. And it'd be different if someone came up to me and was like, oh my god, like, I was really inspired by this, da 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 da, I wanted to try it for myself. But it's like when that person literally copies you and then tries to act like it was their idea in the first place, like they're so original. People like that obviously lack a sense of self. Like, their self-identity is very tainted, and they feel like they have to steal your identity in order to feel good about themselves, which is kind of scary and weird, but it actually happens very often. Another sign of a toxic friendship is if your friend doesn't respect your romantic relationships. Let's get into that one. So if you ever had a friend that was like a little extra touchy-feely with your man, no. Like, why are you touching my man? Next, no, or like sometimes like I've literally had friends that would give my man like the eyes. Don't gaslight yourself and make yourself feel like you're paranoid when you see things like that. Like, your intuition will tell you, like, literally get in touch with your intuition, because your intuition will tell you. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't think that you're bugging, because honestly you're not. Like, I literally had friends do that in front of my face, like literally give my man the look. I've had this happen multiple times from random girls and from girls that I thought were my friend. Like, literally, like, yeah, like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. And another one, this one's probably gonna press some of y'all, because some of y'all be doing this. If you, all right, let's say you go through a really bad breakup with this guy, right? And the friend that you're constantly calling, like you're crying to on the phone, you're venting, you're having a genuine conversation, if that friend then turns around and once that breakup is done, if that friend goes and follows him on social media or continues following him on social media, hangs out with him for whatever reason, like, unless they were friends before, like, and when I say friends, I mean friends, not acquaintances, unless they were like really cool before, if your friend is going without a valid reason, if your friend is going to hang out with this person, link this person, talk to this person, follow them on social media, whatever, like, after they seen this person do you dirty and you were crying to them on the phone, you think that's your friend? Baby, that is not your friend. I promise you. You need to run. You need to run. That girl loves attention. That girl was probably after your man before, you know, she was probably waiting for y'all to break up. That girl was probably waiting for you guys to break up. So, you know, that is not your friend. Move on. I'm sorry. It hurts. But no, absolutely not. Another sign of a toxic friendship is if they are unhealthily obsessed with you. So, like, an example of that would be this person expects you to be at their beck and call 24/7. Like, they need you to answer them. They don't know how to give you space. They don't know boundaries. Like, or they get mad when you're hanging out with other people or you don't answer. Like, they see you with other friends and they get jealous. Like, and to a degree, like, when we do have a friend that we're close with and we see them hanging out with other people, maybe a part of us, like, I think as humans, to feel a little bit jealous sometimes, depending on what it is. But if you're jealous to the point where, like, it's affecting the way you view them or affecting the way that you view yourself, that's just toxic. Like, you should feel happy when your friends are happy, you know what I mean? Just in general. So if you're getting mad at them or jealous when they're having a good time and genuinely being themselves and being happy, doing other things and being with other people, then you have a problem. Like, that is not a friend. If they're obsessed with you to the point, this kind of ties into the copying thing. Like, if they're literally trying to be you, like, there's a difference between being inspired and literally trying to take your identity. Like, I see this all the time. Girls are so insecure. Like, let's talk about it. Literally, not too long ago, I posted something on Instagram with like a shirt and a quote. And like 2 or 3 days later, this girl who was following me that I barely even know posted the same like type of picture. She posted pictures with the same shirt and the same exact quote. And it's a very specific quote from a very specific place. Like, it was a quote from a movie. So it's like, out of all the quotes you could have used in the world, like, it's not a basic quote, it's a quote from a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people copy you to that degree where it's like exact, like, they're trying to take your identity, bro. Like, honestly, that's just scary. That's scary. That's like psychopathic. Like, run. If a girl's trying to copy every single thing you do, she's jealous of you, she competes with you, she sees you as a threat, run for the hills. The last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with that's a sign of a toxic friendship is someone who's unable to take accountability for their wrongdoings. We're human, we make mistakes, we're not perfect. You know, we live in this cutoff culture where at the first sign of like, the first time somebody does something wrong, the first time somebody makes a mistake, people are like, oh, cut off, we're done. Like, it depends on the circumstance, of course, but like some people do deserve grace. There's a huge difference between a boundary and just straight up bruised ego. So make sure that you're doing the inner work to be able to recognize if it's really your ego that's getting in the way of the relationship, or if you genuinely believe this person is too toxic to be in your life. If you can't come to your friend and say like, hey, this is bothering me, or hey, can you clarify this for me because it made me feel this way. If you can't go to your friend and do that without them trying to gaslight you or flip the script on you and make you seem crazy for bringing it up in the first place, this person is not humble. This person needs to work on themselves and realize that, you know, they're not ready to accept who they've been acting as. They're not ready to accept their flaws so that they can work on them. They'd rather sit in their delusion, and that's not healthy for you. You deserve a friend who listens to you when something hurts you or something bothers you. Because if a friend just flips out when you bring something up to them like that, and you're bringing it up in a healthy way, you're not trying to argue with them, like you're genuinely coming to them like concerned, and they flip it on you, that should tell you right there, like this person is definitely guilty, or they have like some kind of PTSD issues. Either way, that's not something you should be dealing with. Yeah, like if your friend never knows how to say sorry, that's someone who can't accept accountability, like someone who can't apologize for their mistakes. You have no future with that person, because that means for the rest of your lives in this human experience, because literally every human makes mistakes, you're gonna deal with someone who doesn't know how to say sorry. Don't ever let people in your life who are incapable of saying sorry. That's actually a huge narcissistic quality, but we're not gonna get into that today. That's a whole nother video for a whole other time. And lastly, like, if this person is just always doing foul stuff, like if they're doing all of the above and beyond that I just mentioned, then the issue is you. You need help because you must enjoy getting hurt. You need to take some time out to yourself, isolate yourself, get to know yourself, get to work on your flaws. There's no reason why you should be entertaining any friendships of someone who constantly disappoints you, constantly hurts you. That's just plain stupidity on your part. Sorry to be mean, you needed to hear it. But yeah, all in all, you know, you could watch these videos as much as you want, and you should, because I feel like you should always try to educate yourself and be prepared and take from different people's experiences and try to learn as much as you can. But unfortunately, a lot of red flags tend to be very subtle, and it really depends on the circumstance. So unfortunately, a lot of these things you're gonna learn by just experiencing it for yourself. The red flags that are really in your face, you know, you'll be able to detect them easily after videos like this, but the more subtle, sneaky ones that you never see coming, those are things you're just gonna have to learn as you get deeper into the social aspect of the human experience. So yeah, for those of you who are struggling with toxic friendships, I'm truly sorry, but you know, you can either choose to be a victim, or you could choose to be the person who takes control of your life and does what's best for you. So vent about it, cry about it, complain about it, but don't let that go on for too long. Sulk in it, but give yourself a time frame, because you need to pick yourself up and start doing better. If you keep making excuses for yourself and you keep making excuses for that person, you're gonna be stuck in an endless toxic cycle. And literally the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you don't want to be insane, you don't want to go to the psych ward,
you're going to send me to the psych ward.
Please take these tips, please learn, please go listen to whatever podcast or YouTube video, go to whatever therapist you need to go to. Do not keep living in this toxic cycle. I had to learn things the hard way sometimes, but guess what? I did learn. Guess what? I am doing better for myself. And now look at me. I am here talking to you about it, trying to help other people, if it does help anybody at all. So with that being said, I hope I dropped some gems for you guys, and I feel like I just got this huge weight off my shoulders because I've been through a lot, and being able to talk about it in a way that actually helps people and it's not just me gossiping feels really good, and I'm really proud of myself, and hopefully one day you can do the same thing if that's something you want to do. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment and a like, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm very open. So yeah, y'all have a blessed one.